Welcome to Chef in the Fridge. I'm Chef James, the Chef in the Fridge. We're here to talk about how we can take ingredients, use them multiple ways, get them in your fridge so you're your own little chef in the fridge, and whenever you need that dish, you can pull it out and be ready. It's great for entertaining or even prepping so that you're not cooking the whole time the family's there. You can sit down, socialize, talk, and you have a lot of your food already prepped and in the refrigerator. We like to take one ingredient and then use it multiple ways. So in a previous episode, we did a charcuterie board. And we happen to have leftover cheese and meats. So I said, oh, let's do carbonara. It's perfect. So if you go to our website, thechefinthefridge.com, you'll find our basic pasta recipe. So I already made the pasta. You don't need to watch me do that. And we're going to put together our carbonara sauce with ingredients that were basically left over from our charcuterie platter. So what we have here, we have some chopped up prosciutto and some chopped up pancetta. So we're going to crisp those up in a frying pan, and then we'll be well on our way. We have water boiling for the pasta. As you can see, we have our pasta all cut and ready to go. And all the ingredients that we need for this entire dish are in front of me right now. So the first thing we're going to do is crisp up our meats. So a little olive oil, and then we have our prosciutto diced up and our pancetta. Okay, we'll get those over medium-high heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. So you can see that our pancetta and our prosciutto crisped up beautifully. So we'll take those out of the pan because we're going to finish our pasta dish in this pan. So I'm going to leave the little bit of fat that remains in olive oil. There's not much there. Just enough to give it some flavor and not make it greasy. All right. So before we start the sauce, I'm going to drop the pasta because that's how quick this is going to get done. We have our boiling water, and here's our fresh pasta. There's nothing like fresh pasta. It's so easy to make. Again, you can go get our basic pasta recipe at our website at thechefinthefridge.com. So let's get this back to boiling. And while that's going, we're going to make our sauce. So here I have 2 whole eggs and an additional 4 egg yolks. So this is really rich. And what we're doing is we're just going to whisk it together until we don't see any streaks of white. And from our charcuterie board, I had Parmesan Reggiano, and here we go, I grated it. And yes, this is going to be one of the most expensive carbonaras I've ever made, but that's what we're talking about here, using the ingredients that we have left over. So we don't have to eat our charcuterie board every day for 5 days. Here we are, we're taking it, we're going to make beautiful carbonara. So we mix that in with our eggs. So it's incorporated, put a little ground pepper, lots of it, because I love ground pepper. Okay. And now that's ready to go. Our pasta's not done yet, it's almost done, but we're going to take some of that delicious pasta water. We need about 1 3/4 cups in total. Okay, there we go. Get this back on to finish. And now we'll take our pan and about a cup of the pasta water. Okay, and get that boiling. And while that's working, we're going to take about 1/4 cup of the pasta water and slowly drizzle it in. Temper the eggs so that they don't cook when we throw them in the pan. And lighten up the sauce as well. A little bit more. So we're ready. We're going to wait for that water to boil in the pan. Then we'll transfer our pasta in. Then we'll mix our delicious egg and cheese sauce. Add our pancetta and our prosciutto. And we're ready to plate. So our pasta water is all heated up. Here is our fresh pasta right into our pan. There's nothing like fresh pasta. I was fortunate enough to grow up having it on a regular basis, having an Italian mom and grandma. So this is This is a normal dish for me, and I still don't understand why everyone talks about how, oh, fresh pasta is so good. It doesn't taste anything like the box, and why they keep using it out of the box. I'm not sure when it comes to dishes like this. All right, so now we can take our sauce, and we're going to slowly drizzle it in. And the whole idea is to get it nice and creamy, so it looks like a cream sauce, and all of that cheese melted. You do not want to do this over the stove with a hot stove because we do not want to cook the eggs. So this is the perfect way to do it. See how nice and creamy it is? I have some extra reserved pasta water in case it's thick. You know, the atmosphere, the humidity outside, the pasta all come into play as to how much water you'll need. So we're not going to need any more. I'm now going to put a crispy pancetta and prosciutto in. Mix that around. And I'm going to put this back on the stove now, just to thicken it up a little bit. And then we'll be ready to plate. Let's give this about 2 minutes on the stove. Okay. All right, you can see that the sauce thickened up beautifully. You have that great yellow, rich color from the egg yolks, the delicious crispy meat. So let's plate this up. There's no way you cannot eat this and be like, I miss Italy. All right, that's perfect. So let's add a little bit of cheese. And then of course, some more fresh black pepper. And there you go. So this isn't just a carbonara recipe. This is about taking some ingredients. We had the Parmesan cheese, we had the 2 meats left over from the charcuterie, and just by adding some eggs and some black pepper, we can take those, whip up some pasta, and we have an amazing hearty dish. Then that's what the chef in the fridge is all about. What's in the fridge? What can we do with it? Let's prep, let's get ready. You can make this pasta. The dough can sit in the fridge for 24 hours. You could also freeze it and then bring it back to room temperature and roll it out. The sauce itself, you can make a day ahead of time. Again, to thin it out, when you cook the pasta, just add a little bit more pasta water to it. And that's what the chef in the fridge is all about. Helping you prep, be prepared, use everything in your fridge. You can find all these recipes at thechefinthe.fridge.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time.